Hello everybody and welcome back to Gnomoria. In the last episode we had a bit of a problem where people starved to death, and there's some remnants of it because I wasn't paying enough attention to my food, which is really stupid, and it's taken me a couple episodes to kind of get over that, and sucks. Made some mistakes. Cost a few gnomes their lives, which is not good. But we have to move on and persevere, so we're gonna do just that. A couple things to do in this episode is, well, we've already redesigned our top floor here, which is good, and we're gonna start building our kitchen up here. For one of our kitchens, or sorry, one of our military dining hall, as well as got most of our mining done down here, and I would like to move on and start collecting some tin. As well as we really need gnomes, because we lost a bunch. So let's just go ahead and get the recording going here. And I've turned the volume up a little bit because I noticed in the last couple of recordings it was kind of hard to hear, so I wanted to turn it up a little bit. We also have to, yeah, we fixed the goblin path, that's cool. We also have to expand and extend a little bit, so we need to prepare to do that. Because I want to have 9 fields on this side, 9 fields on this side. Which is aggressive, and it's a lot of space, but I think we can fit it in, so. We're going to start doing that. Terrain, mine, wall. Just mine the wall over here. And dirt clump. And we're going to build. I'm trying to think. Alright, so we already have 1, 2, and then this will be a field. It's 4, so it needs to come out by 6, or 8 actually. So I need to bring this out by 8. Then I need 12. Which I need one more because I need to get in for the wall. So there we go. And we'll just pull this all the way back here. Make sure we have that all lined up, and then we have to go agriculture. Just forage that area. Let's cut these trees down. I guess we're going to cut some of the ones below, that's alright. And we need to remove all those ramps. So we're going to do this side, and then we'll worry about that side. We don't want to do it all at once. And we actually have to mine that whole wall down. Alright. So we're going to go down to 15, I think. How are we doing this? Alright. Can't do that one yet. I'll give this floor 15. And when you run into a spot where it doesn't let you mine, that's essentially because there's a vein there. So you have to be a little careful for that. Just want to even those out. This doesn't look hideous. Alright. And then every floor below floor 7 you need torches, which is why we've started building them in 10s. So floor 8 we're just going to build 2 torches just so it looks better, even though it's a waste. And we need to go here. You see there's coal there, so we need to dig stairs down here. Once you remove the top layer you can then build your stairs, right? So and it doesn't actually matter if there's ore on the floor below, it only matters if it's on the current floor for whatever reason. Furniture torch. And it looks like we're getting into some basalt, which is a better rock than lapis lazuli for our purposes. Is this coal or tin? That's coal. Okay, I don't care about coal. Well, it's nice. Like, it's not bad to have, so I'll actually mine out a little chunk there. But it's nice to have, but it's not the most important thing ever. Alright. Floor 14, floor 15, here we go. So we'll let our guys get up to date with the torches. We'll go check on our upper layer, because this is super important that we get this done properly as well. I'm just going to suspend my farms really quickly, and the reason for that is I want my guys to quickly go and forage, so they'll do that. Because I'm not too worried about the farms just yet. It's all dirt for us, that's good. We're just going to build some soil walls. Way out to there. I'm going to build those, and then this area will be essentially sealed off. Again, we'll have to go do some work underneath it, but we'll worry about that later. Just got all our training grounds, guys are going good. Check in, torches are not placed yet. Because there's a lot of work to do, so we have to kind of wait it out. Just checking my food count again, because I'm a little nervous about that. It's unfortunate. Got a blocked area there. With no laborers to clear our workshops, there's going to be a lot of crap everywhere now, which really sucks. Just checking, we're building up here too, because I'm trying to build my area for merchants. Right side, that's marketplace is coming together. And I'm just going to check my stock of trees. Yeah, the tree stocks are fine. What do we have down here? Copper hand axe. Gotta spare those. Copper armor plate, which means my soldiers should be... Alright, so I wanna get my soldiers in complete copper armor. So I'm gonna set up my shop here and show you how to do it. So the first thing you do is you go copper armor plate on your armor smith, and you just go to 4. Whatever armor you're using, just make that to 4. And then you select, so I want to make helmets, I want to make breastplates, and you select the copper armor plate each time. You have to have made the armor plate first before it'll show up as an option, so keep that in mind. Pauldron, greave, gauntlet, and boot. Notice it's boot, not boots. And we only have 2 soldiers right now, and I don't want to make very much copper because it's not very good, but I do want to get things started so I can quickly transition over. Alright. And we've got 8 bars, so that's good. And then what I did is I need 2 helmets, 2 breastplates at all times, and it counts the ones your guys are wearing, and then 4 pauldrons, 4 greaves, 4 gauntlets, 4 boots. And again, it counts the ones your guys are already wearing. So essentially what will happen is, like, let's say one of these guys breaks his breastplate, my armor smith will automatically go make a new one for him, and then he'll go put that on whenever it's ready. And you can actually keep a spare if you want. You don't have to, but you can. And you can see there, she's already made one, so they're grabbing a glove or whatever she made. And they'll keep doing that until they're outfitted. Really want that stuff to be done. This is going to be a bit of a project though, so I'm okay with that. Same with this is actually going to be a much more difficult project to do, because we're going to have to chop down a lot of this mountain. But I want to get this all done now rather than later, because if I try to do it later, you know, the goblin attacks can be quite large later on, and I really don't want to have any situation where I'm exposing gnomes for no reason at all. And there's a lot of work to do right now, so... See, yeah, they haven't even placed the torches, which is actually really bad, because I can start having golems and stuff spawn. Luckily my military will be training here, so they'll pick off the golems. What I really don't want to run into are things like zombies. Stuff like that can be quite nasty. You can see my workshops now are just getting absolutely bottled up with crap, because there is nobody to go haul it, so I really need more gnomes right now before I can do anything. Because of the losses. Because we're down to 12 gnomes, and like, for an efficient fort you probably need about 15. 15 to 16 will give you a nice efficient fort early on. Check our kingdom worth. Yeah, it's starting to go up as we're making armor, so that's okay. And then once you get to 20, 25, you'll start having more military than anything else. Because you really want to have, like, I'll probably have about 9 to 12 melee military, and they'll train in groups of 3. Because they train faster if they're in groups of 3. because typically one guy's asleep or doing something else. But if you have a full group of 5, then, you know, 3 sometimes are not even doing anything. So you want to keep it 2 groups of 3 typically. But I'll probably use all these training for my main military gnomes. And then what I'll do is I'll just branch them into, eventually I'll get a range squad and all that. But 12 is a good number early on. It's actually probably overkill, but if you're making armor for 12 gnomes, like it's quite hard to get all the resources and stuff for, and it's hard to transition to steel and all that. But if you have it all, like you're going to be in good shape for pretty much any attack that's going to come at you. But we do want to start working on getting up to the next level. And we are vulnerable to goblin attack right now because they can just come right up those ramps, right? So we want to be careful of that. Again, suspending the farm fields because it's more important I get all this crap foraged out. And they actually have, so I'm going to unsuspend the farms for right now. We can go back to that. It's good. I don't have enough wheat, really. I think I just have 1 farm or 2, to be honest, so that's bad. Definitely need more, but hey, not much I can do right now. So you can see we've got a marketplace. What'll happen is gnomes will come to trade with us. They won't do it until we finish this area, though. You have to have an ambassador from another land in your area essentially first, right? So if we can see, we've got 2 merchants, which isn't great. I'd prefer a mining colony because they'll give you the resources earlier. But merchants will trade you everything from logs to iron and all that stuff. So merchants are quite good. They just charge more, but you can get whatever you need off them. The worst is probably agricultural. It's about even with forestry. You don't want those as your trading partners because you don't get very many of them. And if you have like, I've had ones where I've had like 3 or 4 agricultural, and it's just I don't need it. Yeah, you could theoretically buy all your food and stuff, but I mean, then what's the point of having all these farm fields and things, right? Like, I'm not planning on needing that. And it really only takes 2 or 3 farmers and a cook to make all your food, so it's very efficient, versus mining where you have to mine, haul, craft all the armor and all that stuff. So, really want them to get all this built, though. It's going to take a little while. One of my guys going to sleep. Let's check on his skills. Honey Badger, don't care. Why are you fighting that? Now I care. You idiot. Hopefully he'll just lose sight of it. There we go. Okay, good. It's like, all of a sudden he starts chasing. It's like, please no. Really don't want you fighting a honey badger, sir. And I'm just going to cancel these because I don't really care. When you cancel jobs, you have to cancel on the layer that it's on. So. Oh man, I overdid it. I panicked. Oh man. We do not need to forge all this. It's too far away. Please. No forage. Alright. Let's just cancel all that. Oh my man. Did I ever panic? I ran out of food. I have plenty of food now, and like then I have to go haul all this stuff, and it's all out of the way. No, like let's not do that. Really, not too interested. He's still got a few things to forage, but stop him. Stop him soon. If that's it. I think we already did all the foraging up here, so there's plenty of food now. And food really shouldn't be too much of an issue going forward, because our yaks are starting to pile up. And soon those will get slaughtered. And we'll have a field of 2 fields of alpacas. We'll probably have another field of pine, another field of birch, orange, and apple. Maybe might put cotton or something over there. And we'll overdo it a little bit on the farming the resources, because like if you overdo it, and they can't get to all the farming, it's okay. Like, you're just less efficient with it. Alright. It's not really a penalty to overdoing it. It is bad when you overdo forestry, because your guys will never actually get anything planted. Like, right now, our guy hasn't even planted everything. Because we're just so far behind. Once we get our lumber industry running, we'll be in good shape. But there's lots of stuff to build and things like that right now that are much more important. Like, even this area is not built, right? I can't even make my dining hall up here yet. How are the skills coming along? 35x, 37 hammer, that's not bad. I haven't built... okay, they've built some torches, not enough though. So I'm a little worried about spawns, but it should be good training for our guards. As you can see, as I'm producing armor, my kingdom worth is going up a lot. If I check this guy, you'll see, yeah, he's already got 2 pauldrons and a gauntlet. What's the other guy wearing? Must have clicked on the same guy. Oh, they each have 2 pauldrons and a gauntlet. So, just a waiting game right now. We can't really do any other tasks. Unlike games like Dwarf Fortress, you don't actually need to build graves yet for your gnomes. Nobody cares. There's no sadness system really in the game yet. They get unhappy if they don't eat or drink, but that's about it. So this corpse doesn't really bother them, and eventually that'll go away. So, gonna be a little heartless. The one thing you learn about this game is gnomes will die, but they do you do replace them rather quickly, so it ends up not being too big of a deal. It's unfortunate, but as long as you don't lose like really important gnomes, and I don't think I've lost anybody over the important. Let's just double check. Yeah, I lost my tailor. Oh no, as a farmer. Do I have a tailor right now? Yeah, I have a tailor. Got a chef. I don't have a brewmaster, so we're not making drink right now, which is bad, but can make up for that. And I have 1 farmer, and I don't have a laborer, so like that's pretty. That's cutting things pretty thin. I also don't have a smelter. So what I really want is a smelter, so in the next wave of nomads, hopefully I'll get enough guys to get a smelter, a brewmaster, a second farmer, and a laborer, and then everybody else can kind of go into military. But that would be my ideal. So be about 4 to 5 gnomes. I'd actually like more, like 6 or 7 if I can get it, but I highly doubt I'll have that kind of luck. But that's part of the reason why I'm outfitting these guys in copper right now, just to get my kingdom worth up. And then when they are outfitted in copper, they won't, the early goblins won't be able to kill them. So they'll be able to fight them without the help of the other gnomes, and you don't put the your other guys at risk. Yeah, there's another piece of armor crafted. So if we scroll down here, we can actually see it was a glove gauntlet. So yeah, 2 copper gauntlets, and then they'll train here, and then eventually go back up to the top. So still missing a gauntlet, and you can see my blacksmith has to smelt all of her own bars, then make all her own armor plates, and it's a hassle. Once you have a smelter, the smelter will be making bars while she makes the armor, right? We are making trade goods, so which is good for kingdom worth as well, so I'm okay with that. Zoltan, how'd you fall asleep on the floor, buddy? That's impressive. I'm straight next to my bed, but I don't feel like getting into it. Alright, buddy. So, and when we do this, we actually have to cut down this whole mountain, well, whole side of this mountain. The reason being, you can't have, when you make farms, they have to be outside, they need sunlight. So anything indoors, you'll notice how all this dirt inside doesn't have grass on it, and it's because it's not getting sunlight. Once it gets grass, it keeps grass though, so you can, potentially I could just cut this open, grow grass on it, and then put pastures inside and it'd be fine. You can't put farms inside though, those won't work. There is an underground farm too, but that's for mushrooms only, which you could use, but it's not as efficient. You can actually brew off them too, you can brew tea, so. You could theoretically put your whole fortress underneath, but you do need the straw is important because it feeds your animals. So you could use emus, which eat seeds, so they could eat mushroom seeds as well. But then you wouldn't get wool and stuff like that. So there's always at least one resource you need above ground. And we're just waiting right now. So we really need more gnomes, and I don't want to extend this until I get the torches in place. Like, be silly and risky to do it. And the torches aren't going to go in place because I'm trying to build this, so I've kind of overextended a little bit in terms of what I need built. Oh, you get another piece of armor? You did. So my blacksmith's working very hard, which is nice. And I shouldn't have anybody outside my fort right now. They hopefully will build that soon, but not a big deal. And I guess that one doesn't really matter either. It's a bunch of strawberry seeds they can't get, but not important. What are you doing over there? Oh, you're getting wood. Oh, okay, he's just gathering it all. That's alright. I really need these floors cleaned. If you could. Oh, it was my, funnily enough, it was my woodcutter was cleaning all the floor, or doing everything because he couldn't make the planks. So, and they're building this area up a little bit. Really need a laborer to keep everything clean, though. And get things like this building is very slow because I don't really have anybody who can do it dedicated like a laborer. How many of these things is she supposed to make? 100? Yeah. Haven't set this up yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and set up our gem cutter. What priority did I make that? 5. Woodcarver's 5 as well. Alright. We'll repeat that. We'll craft it to 4. We're gonna go to 3 on here. We're gonna go gemmed ring, copper bars specifically, and we only want to craft these rings to 20. So if we craft them any higher, that's bad, because it just adds kingdom worth and they don't actually do anything. So got the metal worker there. Metal worker we're gonna put on priority 2 because we don't use it very often, and we've got our tinkerer, which we don't even have a tinkerer yet. But that's alright. Need to get research started though, because it does take quite a while. So I definitely need like 6 or 7 gnomes to get the fortress rolling. Alright guys, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to end this episode a little bit early. Because there's not much to do but just wait for things to happen. So I'll bring you back if there's a major event, or you know, if it's just a small goblin attack. I'm not going to bring you back for that because that's not a big deal. But I'll bring you back when we hopefully get more nomads, because I can't do anything extra right now. I've already got all my plans in place for what I want to do, but I can't advance anything just yet. I have to wait, and that's because I lost some gnomes. So I will bring you back when we're ready to start our tin mining and working into bronze, as well as getting up our full marketplace. So with that in mind, I will see you guys shortly.